It has been 10 months since rugby star Rob Burrow died. He was only 41 after living with motor neuron disease for almost 5 years. I'm sure you're well aware of his remarkable story. Well, this Sunday, his wife, Lindsey, is going to be running the London Marathon to continue, of course, raising money in his memory. And she's not alone, of course. Another friend of the show, Bryony Gordon, she's going to be running her second London Marathon in her pants to promote body positivity. I just love all of this. And they've both taken a wee break from training to join me now. How are you feeling about the weekend?
Oh, excited, nervous.
Yes.
Yeah, the training's done now, so this is a fun pack. This is a taper,
right,
the carb loading, kind of the hard work's been done.
Lots of pasta, lots of that. And of course, running for Rob. It's just such a great thing to do. Not just one. Bryony, she's doing two.
I know. She's
amazing.
2 weeks after you've got the Rob Burrow's Leeds Marathon.
Yes.
Is that right?
It seemed a good idea at the time, but I just, you know, for me, I think it's a challenge and it's given me something positive to focus on.
Yeah.
To run in Rob's, you know, to run for Rob.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm looking forward to the challenge. It's going to be a challenge physically and mentally.
Of course it is.
I've never run 2 marathons before, but, yeah, I'm looking forward to taking on the challenge.
And Bryony's doing it in her pants.
Well, because I was thinking,
which is wonderful.
it feels a bit silly compared to what, you know, you're doing. But I was thinking, you know, how, like, we're so lucky to have these bodies that work, don't we? Do you know what I mean? And I think as women especially, we spend so much time kind of being down on ourselves and like, I can't do this. And that's what I really want to do, is be like, wow, it's a privilege to have this body, and it may be really flabby and it may be, you know,
gorgeous,
like a bit, you know, maybe 15 stone. But it's like, I'm just going to be out there running, walking, having a good time and showing. And I think for a lot of us as women, exercise is always framed as this, like, all the clothing around exercise is like tummy control, you know?
It's true.
Like,
so silly.
Knickers.
Yeah, mesh stuff. And I'm like, no, I'm going to wobble around, and you can see what a real woman's body looks like when it tries to run a marathon.
I think it's great. And everybody does a marathon for lots of different reasons.
Yes.
You know, fundraising, challenging yourself, all of these incredible things. The camaraderie is brilliant. That's what I love. And the crowd. I think the crowd give you at least 5 miles, you know, by cheering you on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think that's what I'm going to try and enjoy about London this time, is to enjoy the atmosphere and enjoy the crowds and just try and soak everything in, you know.
It's the first London, isn't it?
It's the first London Marathon, so, yeah, I've heard lots of good things, so really excited. And I think, you know, my plan is to cross the finish line and, you know, what happens on the day happens. But
do you know, it doesn't matter. And this obsession with time.
Oh, my God.
Unless you're an elite athlete, it doesn't matter.
Yes. I get asked all the time, this will be my 3rd marathon, which is, people always go, you did a marathon? And I'm like, yeah. And they go, what was your time? And I always say to them, well, what was your time? And they say, oh, I haven't done a marathon. And I'm like, exactly, shut up then.
That's the brilliant riposte.
And I do think, but I also think that is we get these obsessions about needing to be the fastest, needing to be the strongest, needing to be the quickest. It's like, no, just get out there, have a laugh.
Do it. Can I just say, I have been reading your book, Take Care, a member of Love, Family and Never Giving Up. It's beautiful. It's an amazing read. I mean, I was kind of I was thinking, I'm not quite sure, because I know how honest you've been. But it's really, obviously there are bits in here that are heartbreaking, but ultimately really hopeful.
Yeah, you know, I wanted to do the book to hopefully offer families hope and inspiration, and just to show that, you know, even in the toughest of times, there's always a way to take care of the people that we love and to keep going. And I think that's what Rob showed us. He showed us that life was for living, and, you know, I really hope that people take inspiration from the book. It is very honest and it's very open, but I felt if I was going to do it, I had to be authentic.
Of course. A foreword by Prince William, which is very nice. I know he's been a huge supporter of everything that you do, and that helps too, doesn't it? We know that helps too, don't we, Bryony? It's a great thing. It really is, and it's just such a lovely, lovely story. It's a story of love. That's what it is. Pure love. It's absolutely gorgeous. And when you're both going round, and you do hit the wall, don't you?
Yeah, I'm going to get on Lindsey's back. She doesn't know this. I just announced it to her. That mile 19. I'm going to climb on. And it'll make your 2nd marathon a couple of weeks later feel so much easier.
Well, this is true. That would be right. You'll hear Rob in your ear, I bet you, just saying, Keep going,
keep
love.
Going.
Keep going,
Come
keep
on,
going,
slow
keep going.
coach, yes.
What keeps you going, though, Bryony, when you just think, oh, my goodness me, what have I done?
I think it is all the women who get in touch with me and thank me, you know, or just go, oh, it's so nice to see a woman who's not sucking in their stomach and doing it and exercising for the way it makes me feel, not the way it makes me look. You know, like, it's been so transformational for my mental health. I've suffered from obsessive compulsive disorder and alcoholism and addiction. And for me, running was the moment I realised I could get sober. Doing my first London Marathon, I saw a different way and a way to frame exercise whereby it was about I could do something that I didn't think I could a week before. You know, it was amazing, the training. And you know, it's like freedom to me, running. And I don't do it fast, and I don't, you know, and I don't do it quick, and I'm, you know, but it's the closest thing I get. And I always did exercise as a child or as a teenager as well. It was all about making myself smaller, you know. It was always about for the losses. And the moment I shifted and I started doing exercise for the way it made my life bigger and my perspective clearer, that was when it all shifted for me. And that's what it's about. And that's what Sunday is about. And if anyone's watching and they have the opportunity to come down to London and watch the London Marathon, it's much more fun watching it than doing it. But it's almost as but it is. I've gone a couple of years and cheered on friends, and it's an amazing, inspirational experience. And to see people of all different shapes and sizes, people with washing machines on their backs, people dressed up as rhinos.
I know, and pies
lunatics
and things.
like me in their underwear. And then there's also going to be the woman Louise running with her double mastectomy.
I mean, this
topless.
is great. Yeah. Wonderful.
It's so inspiring. The ballot opens the following week, and just, you know, it's get out there. You can do it.
I love all this positivity. It's great. I wish you both all the best. And can I just do a wee shout out for everybody in Manchester as well?
Yes.
Because there is a marathon happening in Manchester, and my future son-in-law, Steve, is going to be there. There he is, training the wee soul. That's the trouble with both marathons. You're training in the rain and the snow and the hail, and you've just got to get out there and do it. So everybody who's running a marathon, no matter where it is, good luck to you. Hi there. Thanks so much for watching our YouTube channel. We upload new videos every single day. So click here if you're interested in this video, or head to the homepage for more amazing content.